Once upon a time in ancient Greece, there was a young man named Perseus. He was born to a mortal mother, Danae, and the mighty god Zeus. However, his mother's father, King Acrisius, feared a prophecy that predicted his death at the hands of his grandson. So, he imprisoned Danae and her newborn baby in a chest and set it adrift on the sea. The chest eventually washed up on the island of Seriphos, where Perseus and his mother were discovered by a fisherman named Dictys. Dictys took them in and raised Perseus as his own son. Perseus grew up to be a strong and courageous young man, and he soon became involved in a dangerous quest. The king of the island, Polydectes, had fallen in love with Danae and wanted her for himself, but Perseus refused to allow this to happen. So, Polydectes devised a cunning plan to get rid of Perseus. He announced that he was going to marry another woman and demanded that all the islanders give him gifts in honor of the occasion. Perseus, being poor, had nothing to give, and Polydectes used this as an excuse to demand that Perseus bring him the head of the Gorgon Medusa as a gift. Medusa was a monstrous creature with snakes for hair, and her gaze could turn people to stone. Perseus knew that this task was almost impossible, but he was determined to prove himself worthy of Danae's love. He set out on a perilous journey to find the three old women who shared one eye between them. They lived on the edge of the world and knew the location of the nymphs who guarded the tools he needed to slay Medusa: a sword, a reflective shield, and winged sandals. Perseus tricked them into revealing the location by taking their eye and bargaining with them. With the help of the tools and the wisdom of Athena, Perseus traveled to the lair of the Gorgons. He was careful not to look directly at Medusa, but rather used his reflective shield to see her. Using his shield to reflect Medusa's gaze, he managed to sever her head from her body with a single stroke of his sword. As he fled, the winged sandals carried him safely away from the other two Gorgons who pursued him. On his return journey, Perseus encountered a beautiful woman named Andromeda who was chained to a rock on the shore. Her mother, Queen Cassiopeia, had angered the gods by boasting that Andromeda was more beautiful than the sea nymphs. As punishment, the sea monster Cetus had been sent to destroy the kingdom, and the only way to appease the gods was to sacrifice Andromeda. Perseus, however, fell in love with Andromeda and vowed to save her. He used Medusa's head to turn the sea monster to stone and freed Andromeda. He then traveled back to Seriphos to confront Polydectes and fulfill his promise. Upon his return to Seriphos, Perseus found that Polydectes had been mistreating his mother while he was away. Enraged, he used Medusa's head to turn Polydectes and his followers to stone. He then freed his mother from captivity and returned the tools to the nymphs before giving Medusa's head to Athena as a gift. Perseus had completed his mission and had become a hero in the eyes of the people. His bravery, determination, and perseverance in the face of seemingly impossible odds had saved Andromeda and his mother, and he had proven himself worthy of their love and admiration. Perseus continued to have many more adventures and became known throughout Greece as a great hero. He was later involved in the tale of the Trojan War, where he fought alongside the great warriors such as Achilles and Odysseus. During the war, he killed the Trojan ally Polydectes and played an important role in the fall of the city. Perseus eventually settled in the city of Mycenae, where he married Andromeda and became the king. He ruled with wisdom and compassion, and his people loved and respected him. Perseus continued to be revered as a hero long after his death, and was honored with many temples and shrines throughout Greece. In his later years, Perseus was said to have become a wise and learned man, and he shared his knowledge with others. He became a mentor to many young heroes and helped them on their quests. He also became known as a great slayer of monsters, and many sought his help in defeating dangerous creatures. Perseus' story is a timeless tale of bravery, determination, and heroism. It shows how even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, a person can rise up and achieve great things. Perseus' quest to slay Medusa is a symbol of his courage and determination, and his subsequent victories in saving Andromeda and defeating Polydectes show his unwavering commitment to doing what is right. The story of Perseus and his adventures continues to captivate and inspire people to this day. Through his deeds, he proved that even a mortal can become a hero, and that the power of determination and bravery can overcome even the most impossible challenges. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.